your feet comfortable distance apart. Hands on the lower abdomen, lips lightly sealed, teeth gently meshed together. Allow your eyes to close. Begin focusing on deep, relaxed breathing. As you breathe in, feel the abdomen go out. As you breathe out, feel it come back in. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Be relaxed. With each breath, begin to imagine a cascade of relaxation, any blue line, but it's just you, so go forward. Begin to imagine a cascade of relaxation flowing down the top of your head, all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Allow your face and jaw to relax. Neck and shoulders relax. Chest and upper back relax. Shoulders and arms feel heavy. Stomach and lower back relax. Feel the flow of relaxation through your waist, into your hips, through the thighs and backs of your legs. Allow your knees to soften. Feel your calf muscles relax, your ankles relax, and the bottoms of your feet relax. Breathe in deeply, breathe out slowly, be relaxed. And the next time that you breathe out, go ahead and open your eyes, lower your hands. We'll start some embracing horse. I don't think it carries over on the camera, but there is some crazy techno music happening from, I think, the insurance company, like 2 doors down. Okay. So if you hear any kind of percussive beat, I don't think you can, but it's not here. All right, embracing horse. force it, just when it feels like you can.
Yes, ma'am.
Thirty seconds more. And release, straighten the legs, lower the hands, circle the arms up slowly, inhale. And press the palms down to exhale. Let's go ahead and do 3 ride the wild horse in the middle stance, just to get our legs doing something different. I'm gonna do middle stance. You can choose whichever stance you like. And begin, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Okay, so since we are sequentially so close to the end of the third section, let's go ahead and just at a warm-up pace, warm-up stance. You don't have to go crazy big. Let's run the whole third section. Comfortable, easy, you know, don't push it. And then we'll pick up with the material that we've been working on, all right? You have the whole back.
Yes, ma'am.
So much room. Okay. And I'll call names, no need to call back. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Grasp the bird's tail. Diagonal single whip. Part the wild horse's mane. 1 through 3. Grasp the bird's tail. single whip. Four corners. Fair lady works shuttles. 1. Fair lady works shuttles. 2. Fair lady works shuttles. 3. Fair lady works shuttles. 4. Grasp the bird's tail. Single whip. Cloud hands. Cloud hands 1. Cloud hands 2. Cloud hands 3. Single whip. Snake creeps down. Golden rooster stands on left leg. Golden rooster stands on right leg. Repulse monkeys 1. Repulse monkeys 2. Repulse monkeys 3. Slant flying. Lift hands. White crane spreads wings. Brush knee push. Needle and C-bone. Fan through back. Turn around, white snake spits its tongue. Hidden hand punch. Grasp the bird's tail. Single whip. high pat on horse. Piercing palm. Cross form kick. Brush knee, punch to groin. Grasp the bird's tail. Single whip. Snake creeps down. Step up, 7 stars. Step back, ride the tiger to the mountain. Sweep the lotus. This is new for you, just hang with it. Bend bow, shoot tiger. Hidden hand punch. Withdraw and push. Cross hands. End of Tai Chi Chuan. And release. So I think senior head instructor has done that a couple times. So instead of end of feet together, it's actually the end. This is the end of the 108. So you can say end of Tai Chi Chuan. Okay, so from what he explained to me, you guys did a ton of cross form kick, punch to groin, mosquito around my face, grasp the bird's tail, single whip, snake creeps down, like a ton. So he and I talked a little bit today that we would start to move forward and do step up 7 stars. So we can get a little bit of review on the snake creeps down, but the focus being on the new moves. Before we do that, since we have an in-person student, good to see you, Ms. Garcia. Do you have any questions about anything so far since it's been a long time?
It has been a long time.
Yes.
Actually, I've been really concentrating on the new classes.
On the day class?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And it's helping me with my moves.
Uh-huh, yeah,
It makes it a whole lot easier.
excellent.
Yeah.
So she says she's been concentrating mostly on the day class for beginners, and the result has been she's been able to concentrate on loose waist and being able to, apply the stuff that we've been practicing in the beginner class, and she's got a lot more experience than a beginner. She is brown black?
Yes.
Yes, brown black, so black/candidate. She's able to take those beginner moves, and she knows them so well, and start to really think about those things that are harder to incorporate on the more complicated moves. So I love hearing that. Okay, so together, let's go ahead and we'll go through, do snake creeps down, step up 7 stars. We'll do that a few times, and then I'll demonstrate and answer questions, and then seeing how we are with time, I think we'll be able to add on step back, ride the tiger to the mountain. So let's go ahead and get into single whip. I heard there was some questions about upper follows lower in snake creeps down, so we can reiterate that, and hopefully what I say syncs up with what senior head instructor said. So let's start with single whip. Okay, so snake creeps down, we're going to follow through, and I spring from this leg, which is what puts my upper body, even though I'm turning these toes out, that generates the turn. And I'm going to sink, and then this is where I end up. And from here, unlike the first snake creeps down, where you don't push off, because you're going into golden rooster, this one you do push off. You're going to push off with the back leg, and then you're going to come up with your arms, we'll do this, I'll show you in a second, in a cross in front of you. So you're in cat stance, arms crossed in front of you, right hand on the outside. This is step up 7 stars. Okay, reset. Do that 2 more times, and then I'll show you coming at you so that you can see it. So single whip, and snake creeps down. And push off with the back leg, come up to a cat stance, step up 7 stars, your hands will be crossed in front of you. Yeah, one more time. Snake creeps down. Wait here, turn out those toes, push off the left leg, which sends the upper body up and the arm over. Sink on the right, turn the left toes out, push with the back leg, and step up into a cat stance, step up 7 stars. Okay, release. So, this is a good vantage point. I'm going to show you snake creeps down, not focusing so much on snake creeps down, but there's some fine details with step up 7 stars that you're not going to get from the side. Sometimes not even going to get it if you're in the room walking around, but coming straight at you, you should see it. So, snake creeps down. I push off. I settle on my back leg with my arms in front. Sit back here. What I hope you're noticing is that I'm not here. This front foot, don't exaggerate it, but has a very slight turn in, as if I'm protecting my groin. It's not, I don't want to see this, that's too much, but it isn't this either. So, I come out of my snake creeps down, I push off, it's just a slight turning in of that cat stance. Does that make sense? I'm watching Miss Garcia. Keep going. So, I would narrow your cat stance just a hair so that it can protect. So it's not really wide. It's a little hair narrower.
And your left foot is straight, sort of.
Mine's at a little bit of an angle.
Okay.
Yeah, she asked if this back foot is straight. I would say that feels a little funny. But if I wouldn't say it's a whole 45 either. It's at a little bit of an angle for me. Just
If it's
listen to your
straight, I
body.
lose my balance.
Hmm?
If it's straight, I lose my balance.
Yes, if it's straight ahead, you are going to lose your balance.
Okay.
And again, this is not like this big production of, that's not correct. So don't overdo it. Just protect your groin. So as I come out of snake creeps down, I push off. I mean, you see, it's very slight. So my hips even stay mostly the same. I just turn my knee in just a hair. And it does change the way this move is wired a little bit. Hopefully that makes sense. And then for the hands, you're here. This hand stays out here. This hand comes up to meet it on the outside. And you're sitting very much on your back leg. And the fists are facing outward. So sometimes I'll see this in class. That's incorrect. So had an instructor years ago that would call this her snail. It's a little cute, but if it works for you, it works for me. But so your snails should be facing you versus your fingers. So hands are like this. All right. Any questions, comments, suggestions?
The cross is right in front of you, not up here.
Correct. So the question was, it crosses in front of you or up here and front of your chest. Yes, shoulders down, head suspended. So take a couple minutes and practice that on your own. I'm going to kind of give her a couple minutes, and at home do the same thing. Just practice either from snake creeps down into that, or you can get at the end of snake creeps down, where basically you would be here, or from the side, I would be here. So you can start from either place, push off to here, and then if that feels comfortable, we'll start focusing on that move into step back, ride the tiger to the mountain. just make sure that you set into that back leg. Because what I'm seeing is sometimes, I'll do it from this side. If you don't settle back into this leg, sometimes it'll bring you upright a little bit, and then you're actually pretty off balance. Like I could be tipped pretty easily. So you have to sit back down into that back leg. So
makes it easier push off too.
yeah, so you push off, sit back on this back leg. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Hopefully that answered a couple questions at home. Like, I feel off balance. Make sure you sit into that back leg. Better?
Mm-hmm.
May I make a tiny suggestion on your snake creeps down?
Yes.
Okay, so this will hopefully be helpful for you as well. So what I'm seeing is make sure that you shift into that front leg. Basically, your hand coming up is getting ahead of your shift a little bit. Does that make sense? So show you the difference. So in terms of upper follows lower, that's kind of what we were talking about. I'm here. Don't let this start to come up until I've shifted, which is what brings that arm up. Does that make sense?
And turning the waist.
And then, because it'll make you turn the waist, and then it'll actually feel more rooted on that front leg, and you'll have something to push off into. Whereas if I'm back here and this hand comes up, it causes me, I'm already kind of leaning, like I feel a little funny, and I feel a little tipped this way, and I don't feel like I can spring off of that back leg. Yes, that's much better.
Feels better.
Does it feel better?
Yes.
That's usually the help. It's like, it feels better. Good. So another minute or so, and just maybe do your snake creeps down, thinking of that, making sure that you shift with that back leg before that front snake hand comes up. I'll do it with it. I'll practice mine a little bit. Keep practicing. Okay, perfect. All right. That's okay. Good to see you. Okay. All right. T? How's questions, comments, suggestions? Feels okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so the next move is step back, ride the tiger to the mountain. And it makes sense to add this on because it feels a little weird to stop here. I'm going to show it to you from the front, and then we'll go through it together a couple times. So I'm at the end of my snake creeps down. I'm going to push off into my step up 7 stars. Then the reason why these hands are here is because something happens with them. And then you're going to end up here. Okay? So again, just watch from the front. So I've done my snake, finished, I push off, step up 7 stars. Then I step back, I shift, I lower the hands. We'll talk about what they do in a second. They open, and then you end up basically like brush knee push, but almost like white crane, except this hand is in a strike instead of blocking the sun. All right? We'll do it with instruction a couple times, and then I'll talk about what is that? Why are you doing that? Why did the hand? What's happening? Because some cool stuff is happening with this maneuver. All right, so let's go from the end. Snake creeps down. So we are here. And push off, step up 7 stars. Okay, so my weight is in my back leg so that I can step back, and I'm going to put the toe heel about a 45-degree angle or so, which allows me to shift back, and as I do, I fold back. I don't bend, I fold. My arms are gonna come down, my hands are gonna open, my right hand is gonna go palm up. Palm up, so everybody with me so far? Then you're gonna lower the hands. Left hand is going to kind of do a brush knee, but palm down. And the right hand is gonna come up into a chop. And while that happens, it puts more weight on this right leg, and then the heel releases on the left, becomes a cat stance. That's a lot of words, but there's a lot happening in this move. All right, so again, end of snake creeps down, and step up 7 stars. And you're gonna step back, shift the weight, fold, open the hands, right palm turns up, open the hands, right hand swings around, you end up in a cat stance with left foot forward. Let's just start from the end of step up 7 stars. And step back, toe heel, fold, open the hands, right palm up, open the hands, right hand comes down and around, you end up here.
Right, is your waist coming around?
Yes,
Turning, or
waist,
just your hand
waist.
is coming around?
Yes, waist. So, show you again from the front. My waist turns, which is what brings this hand down. Then my waist turns, which is what brings it up. And when I turn, I'm really focusing on this back leg so that I'm moving from my waist, and this foot naturally comes in a little bit to cat stance. In beginner class, you'll hear me talk a lot about learning to move your body as a connected unit versus having to tell your right hand, your left hand, your right leg, your left leg, and your waist, and your head, and all your shoulders, what are they all doing? That's a lot of management of body parts. So you can learn to kind of tell your body, move as a unit. Not easy. I'm not saying that like, just flip the switch, it's super easy. It's not easy, it's very hard. It takes a lot of cultivation, a lot of time, a lot of practice, and a lot of patience. But the benefit of that is that when you get to moves like this, I don't have to tell this left foot to come in. It's connected, it naturally kind of does that. So just plant those seeds out for you. If you find yourself learning by trying to tell each body part what to do, I encourage you to spend some time practicing turning that switch off and turn on the switch that says, I'm gonna have my body move as a unit, I'm gonna try to manage my movement from my waist and see what happens. So practice it, try it. With that, do you have any questions, Ms. Garcia? No? Okay. So what is this movement doing? Obviously, with this new world of social distancing, we're not demonstrating applications on other people. But it always is helpful to know, what are you doing? Like, what? Why? So what this movement is doing is, someone is throwing a front kick basically at my groin. So I'm gonna step back out of the way. So if their foot is coming at me, I step away from their foot. And then my hands are gonna block down, which is why I turn this hand down, because this back surface of your wrist is a much stronger surface to take a blow or hit against something. Lots of nerves, blood vessels and stuff here. There's a bone here that doesn't feel good to hit. So it's just a practical maneuver to turn this down to make contact, because this is much stronger and it's less tender. So that's why you do it. So I'm here, there's a kick coming, I get out of the way of the kick and I block that kick. Then my hands are gonna separate. This left hand is going to, imagine there's a leg here, clip this leg, send it that way. Meanwhile, as they go that way, I chop them on their neck. Can you see it? In theory. So here, kick comes, don't get hit, swipe, redirect the leg, strike the neck. Clear as mud, hopefully it's helpful. Okay, so I don't know, for you, if your results may vary, but for me, it always helped me to like, what am I doing? Which helped me understand why the hand does a certain thing or the leg does a certain thing. So let's practice it some more. Let's go from the end of step up 7 stars. And step back, don't get kicked. Fold down, open the hands, right palm up, remember? Then you're gonna catch that kick, deflect it as the arm comes around and strike. hopefully what you're seeing is I'm not bending over, I'm folding, I'm getting my center out of the way. So difference would be I'm here and I do this, like I step back and I bend. Well, now I'm just gonna get kicked in the face, which that's not, I don't wanna lose teeth over this. So thinking about folding, I'm removing this target area out of the way, but I'm not bending so to then put my face in danger. Not to mention if you've bent over, you've lost your connection, you've lost your tuck, your head's not suspended. So there's a bunch of things that happen if you bend over versus fold as a unit, okay? So hopefully you can see the difference. So correct, I fold, still have my head suspended, I still have my tuck, but I've gotten out of the way versus, see the difference? Now I have to stand up, and I'm not connected. That I've lost that moving as a unit feeling. Any questions? No? You want to practice?
The bending part is the stepping back and bending.
Yeah, step back and fold. Fold. So let's see. Double dragon's leap from C. It's that kind of. It's not quite. Obviously, the feet are in a different. Well, they're actually not if you've got your right foot. But it's that fold back. Right?
Yes.
It's that kind of, double dragons, you don't bend over and then come back up. You fold back and then come forward. Hopefully that's helpful. That gives a connection there for the type of circle that your center makes with this move. Yes, Miss Garcia, very good. Yeah. Okay, so let's sneak up on these a little bit. Let us go from let's go from piercing palm, cross-form kick. We'll do the kind of the newish moves. So let's go from the end of piercing palm, do cross-form kick, brush knee punch to groin, single whip, snake creeps down, and here we are. All right, so piercing palm, and cross-form kick. Brush knee punch to groin. Grasp the bird's tail. Single whip. Snake creeps down. Step up, 7 stars. Step back, ride the tiger to the mountain. And release. How'd it feel?
Good.
Feels good?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so with that, we're just about out of time. As always, send us your questions, comments. I had some family stuff that I was taking care of, which is why I wasn't here on Wednesday nights, but going forward, I think senior head instructor will mostly do Monday intermediate advanced, and I will do the Wednesday intermediate advanced. But we may tag team, we may switch it up, but that's kind of the normal. And so he will see you Monday, I will see you Wednesday. I will also see you tomorrow in day class, should you choose to attend. And we'll bow out. Let's do our life skill. The path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. A creative spirit has no self-doubt. The path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. A creative spirit has no self-doubt. Path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. A creative spirit has no self-doubt.
Bow to the instructor.
Bow to advanced and intermediate level students. Black says training is dismissed.